What's up everybody, CP here. Welcome back to yet another video. In this video we are gonna learn about how to learn programming faster. So let's roll the intro. One of the common and basic question among the student or someone who wants to learn code is how can I learn to code fast and make a career as a programmer. Whether you are a student, fresher or experienced person trying to switch your job in programming, you will definitely try to find tips and tricks to learn to program quickly and effectively. The job of programmer is one of the high paid job in the market and one of the coolest job people find to do. Learning to code and mastering in it can take years for beginners. Most of people give up before they truly get started. In the beginning, we get very excited about the concept of learning to code. But later in the most of the case, students or beginners give up quickly because they find it difficult to continue. They get stuck and they face difficulty in finding the solution for a code. Learning to program isn't an overnight journey, but it is also not difficult as people think about it. All it is just requires to dedication, passion, interest and definitely patience. There are so many online and offline resources available to learn to code easily, quickly and effectively. We will discuss some tips to learn programming effectively and faster. The number one is make your fundamentals clear. A common mistake that a student or beginner commit while learning programming is skip the fundamental or chapter 1 and directly jump to the next chapter right away. To understand the advanced concept of programming, you need to be very clever about the fundamentals of programming. If you will be doing the same mistake, then at some point you will end up with lots of confusion and you will have to come back to your basic again. These fundamentals are data structure, variables, control structure, syntax, tool and text editors. When you start doing programming, pick up one programming language, stick with it and clear all the basic of programming first before going to the next level. Your all over time to learn code will be saved if you will follow this path. The next tip is learn by doing, practice and not just reading. A common mistake beginners do while learning programming is just reading a book or looking at the sample code on their desktop without practicing it. It is easy to read about the loops, variables and getting all the things in your head, but actually programming doesn't work in this way. You really need to get your hands dirty in coding and keep practicing it regularly. When you start programming, you face a lots of problems. You get stuck there. You will be asked to implement the code practically and find the solution for specific problem. And there you will scratch your head while implementing the code. When you write the code, play with the code, change your code to see different results, optimize the code and try different solutions. Your logic thinking ability get improves day by day and you will eventually learn a lot of things which makes you better programmer. When you start coding, practice the same code or sample again and again unless you don't need to refer to the same book or resources from where you have learned. Also build your own project, practice in coding challenge, play coding related games, practice it at your own and every single day. The next tip is code by hand. When you start programming as a beginner, you will be thinking that why should I code by hand? It's time consuming process. I can't run and check my code on paper, and also if I actually need to implement something on my system, then why should I use pen and paper? One of the biggest reasons is the interviews. When you will apply for a job in programming, most of the time the technical evaluation process will be included code by hand. You will be asked to write a code using pen and paper, or you might have to use whiteboard. Coding by hand is sometimes old school technique, but it actually involves a test of programmer's proficiency. Coding by hand can give you a clear understanding of syntax and algorithm. You make deeper connection in your brain. Learning programming this way will make you work easy and faster. The next tip is share, teach, discuss and ask for help. One of the best way to understand programming easily and quickly is teaching. Teaching to someone, sharing your knowledge, doing discussion with others will make you a better programmer quickly. Teaching to someone is teaching to yourself too. So if you are able to teach to somebody, that means you truly understand the concepts. It is the best habit to learn something in the depth, and you will realize that you don't need to come back on the same topic. You can also participate in open source project, discuss your code with your co-programmers, or contribute on GitHub. Also, you can take help from forum and discussion sites. When you learn programming, do not hesitate in asking for help. Beginners do this mistake and feel shy when they need to ask for help. It doesn't matter if you ask silly question and look stupid. It will help you in the long run, and if you don't do it, you will be struggling in the coding later. So it's good to find a mentor or take a help from fellow programmers to understand the concept easily and quickly. Your mentor or professional can guide you better because they have been already in your shoes before. And the last tip is use online resources. There are plenty of online resources available, paid or unpaid. You can take a help from these online resources and start your programming journey. You can subscribe to YouTube channel or try coding bootcamps to learn programming quickly and effectively. Geek for Geeks, Udemy, Coursera, and plenty of resources available for guidance and learn programming. Also make a habit of reading programming related blogs and taking help from Stack Overflow, Reddit like sites or online community. I know I said 5, but the bonus tip is take a break. If you want to learn programming, it's not good to sit in front of computer for hours and hours and try to grasp everything in one go. You will be exhausted by doing this, so it's better to learn coding in chunks. Take some short breaks to get refreshed. You should also keep this thing in mind while debugging your code. Sometimes you spend hours and hours to find the bug, but you don't get the solution for your code, so it's good to take a short break. Clear your mind and do something else. It will restore your focus and you may come with the solution for your code where you were stuck. Also, try to eliminate all kind of distraction. Turn off your phone notification, email notification, and try to isolate yourself to be focused. Doing this, you will save you a lot of time and will stay away from headache or frustration. If you implement all these tips I said in this video, you will become a best programmer. So good luck and happy coding. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit the like button if you like this video. Smash the subscribe button if you aren't already. And I will see you guys in the next one.